and the processes with you were just wonderful. They were easy, they were open, they were, I would say, peaceful. But then, you know, as you're going through the shifts and the revealing and as you're blossoming, of course, as things fall away. I mean, does it look pretty? Well, I don't know. What is pretty? You know, anything is, worth changing. We're meant to change continually. We're meant to grow. We're meant to, and going through the process with you, it felt very trusting. I was very trusting in you, and I just knew that it was right to choose you to do what I needed to do to have the confidence to be me again, and then and continue to blossom and flourish and find and discover and reveal more and more aspects of myself. And it was almost like you allowed the seed to grow, to bloom. You held the soil, if that makes any sense, and in a really safe environment for me to do that. And it was great. Anybody thinking of doing it, yes, is all I can say. Yes, and don't worry if you feel anxious about it. That's normal. You know, don't worry if you're worried how it's going to affect this and this and this, or how that, you know, the new you. It's normal. Or do worry as much as you like, but just do it anyway. You know, to me, it's that whole just do it anyway. I was going for an audition and I've realised recently, I thought, right, I have to readdress this. Am I doing acting because I want to prove myself, or is it because I love it? So then because I felt fear, massive fear in the audition, I thought, I don't want to feel fear.
Yeah.
So I felt the fear and did it anyway. But I want to go there and play. Yeah. You know, I'm not in control of whether they pick me or not. That's not my job. My job's to go there and have fun. That's it. And do what I love doing. And so the next one, I did have to go through quite a few shifts for the next audition, but the energy I had was invincible, and I realised, I love this. And then the director is no better or less than me. It's just another person. So it's that whole feel the fear and do it anyway. The fear is real. Do you know what I mean? Feel it and do it anyway, because soon it's not going to be there. You'll be like, God, did I used to get worried about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow, look how much I've grown.
Beautiful. I love that. In a moment or two, we're going to go and explore your experiences in the show in a little bit more detail, and also have a look at what's coming up next for Franny, because you've got some very interesting things in development and some very strong ideas which I know will benefit a lot of people. Just before we do that, let's pause and take a short pause and some time out to reflect. I often find a great way of doing that is with some music. What's your favourite song? Let's see if we can find it.
Favourite song? Oh gosh, I'm not great with names of things.
That's
Lately
right.
I've been doing, well, you see, it depends on my mood, which can be very varied, Keith. So I love country music because I find it very uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
I also quite like instrumental music, and then I love chart music as well, but I never remember names of songs. I'm not I remember things by emotions. It sounds really strange. So yeah, you'll have to pick the song, but an uplifting one will be nice.
Then in that case, let's have Love My Life by Robbie Williams.
Woo!
This one especially for Franny.
Tell your soul to me, I will never let go completely. One day our hands will be strong enough to hold me. I might not be there for all your battles, but you'll win them eventually. I pray that I'm giving you all that matters, so one day you'll say to me, I love my life. I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful, I am magical, I am me. I love my life. find the courage to face the madness and sing it because it's true. I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful. I am magical. I am me. I love my life. Finding others with hearts like yours. Run far, run free. I'm with you. I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful. I am magical. I am me. I love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful. I am magical. I am me. I love my life. And finally, I'm where I wanna be.
That's Robbie Williams there with Love My Life, one of my guest's favourite songs, my guest Franny Treymaine. Are you still there, Franny? Still with us? Still enjoying the song?
I am. Yeah, yes.
Cool. I must admit, I've never heard that song before, but having listened to it, I can understand why you like it. Some great lyrics in there, great sentiment to it.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? I do kind of, when it comes on, start singing and dancing around my home.
Were you having a little bop there while it was on just now?
I did. Good job you didn't hear me wailing. Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. It's beautiful.
Certainly is. So, yes, you were star of the hit reality TV show Love in the Countryside. We touched on that just a little bit near the start of this episode. So go on then, tell us what was it like being on the show? Dish the goss. What was it like? What kind of what happened?
Well, it was great. You know, I went in as me and loved everybody there, and but I realised I was very judged, very, very judged, and that's natural for people to do that. And sometimes it was hard, as I was there for quite a long time. Like I said, it was a long process. You know, on the farm I was there 4 days, so it was. It took its toll after a while. Mm-hmm. I was like, right, I can't wait to get home. Actually, I want better than this life. So it was quite repressive, I would say, at times. But yet at the same time, it was the most expansive experience I've had. You know, one of the most expansive experiences, and learning. The production team were just phenomenal, great. Individual, non-judging, loving, kind, amazing, creative people. And you know, when you kind of go, oh my gosh, there's my tribe. Mm-hmm. There's the people that I love, and that's why I love so much acting, because we are all, well, in a sense, we're weirdos. You know, not the weird way of putting it, but we're free-spirited people who love to explore and play games. Really, I'd say acting for me is my favorite game. Mm-hmm. It's a game. So yeah, and they were just really creative people and loving. So it was quite a contrast on both sides of things. But yes, it was. I had to have confidence. I had to have the confidence. It was nice to stand there and believe in myself so much. And when everybody is telling you that what you want to be isn't allowed. Mm-hmm. To still stand there without judgment of them, and accepting of them and their life, but still stating that I want something different for me.
Nice. So you were still getting a lot of that judgment about you can't be this, you can't do that. That's not how you should behave. You're still getting a lot of that.
You do the cows, but I was really good at it.
Yeah.
Judgment that farm life's not for me. Well, I loved it. You know, I like the city. I like the country. I like we're not one side, are we? We're multifaceted people.
Yeah.
There's so many aspects of ourselves. I don't just want to live as one aspect of myself. Do you see what I mean? But I was, because I had nails. Sometimes I don't have my nails on, and I have chipped nails, and I bite them. And sometimes I have bean slops. Right now my hair's still wet from being in the shower, and just, I am me in that moment of now. I was on the show, and I had my makeup on when we went out and to do the cows, and I wanted to see a cow being, birthed and stuff, which was a beautiful experience that I got to see. And
wow,
it was gorgeous. I love animals, so it was more, I would say, the people in the environment. I think when somebody's had these, let's say, 6 generations worth of beliefs and kind of lived their life in a certain way, serving their husband and serving, that you have to do that, you come secondary to them and to the farm, and somebody comes in and states that no, I won't do that, I come first. So they're going to get angry at you.
Yeah.
Their natural reaction is going to be angry, because it makes them question a lot. I don't know what the ripples of me being there has done since, and whether things have shifted and changed. But yeah, I was kind of like the catalyst thrown in there to do that, as usual.
Nice.
Shake things up a bit, and then off I go.
Now, you've mentioned the how you were really treated really well, looked after by the crew and the production companies and so on, and how they were really friendly and helpful. Was the same true for your co-stars? Was it all one big supportive family, or what went on?
I tended to be on my own a lot, and so even at the pub you'll see that I was sat on my own in the last scene. I think you see me just looking through my phone, and the production team said to me, come and stand over here with me, Franny, which was really nice again. I said, I'm okay, it's okay. But it was a great eye-opener for me, because I wanted to go there with no judgment, and I didn't judge the other ladies. I wanted love for them. It was constant jibes, and it was, again, it was being able to be confident enough in who I am and still love me enough and let things slide and let things go, I suppose, and stating what's going to make me happy and not following necessarily a crowd, I would say. But yeah, constant constant chips, constant... and it was at times it was hard. There was times where I was crying, and the production team were wonderful with me, and but then again, you've got to stand up. You've said you're there to do something, and that's what I did, and carried on being me, and then making the best out of it, seeing the best out of everyone, seeing the best. Is anyone there good or bad? No, because they were there. I suppose there were parts that were mirrored parts of me, weren't they? To I suppose dissolve with love, with non-judgment of them. So I'm grateful to them. I'm grateful to all of them. And I think that they're right. That life is right for them, and people who maybe the girls are together and there's jealousy and all of that kind of stuff and chipping away at you and little comments and jibes, and it's even down to I didn't want to have the great. Are you sure? Why do you not want that? Because I'll have ketchup, or I'll have this, thank you. That's what I feel like eating. To feeling